Hello everyone, we are NG++, a group of 6 young individuals who have worked on a solution together that contributes to the third Sustainable Development Goal, created by the United Nations, good health and well-being. By the end of this video, we hope to have convinced you to choose our product for your future endeavors. 2020 was the year in which the COVID-19 pandemic began. This resulted in strict measures being taken worldwide regarding social distancing. We took it upon ourselves to find a way in which these regulations could be monitored and examined whether people were following the rules. Thus, we came up with an idea to create a heat map to read the flow of people within a building and the number of people per floor or room. We will do this by using sensors that will be placed at entrances to count the amount of people walking in or out an area. The information will be stored in a database and will be made accessible through an application we have developed. In order to reach our goal, we have created a triple-layered business model canvas. In this video, we will focus on the sustainability of our product, the customer segmentation, and the value propositions. You can pause the video if you want to read a specific layer of the canvases. We have segmented our target group into 2 different customer segments. A segment that wants to buy a permanent installation, for example office buildings, schools or hospitals, and another segment that wants to rent an installation for a short period of time, museums, congresses, or events in buildings, for example. If our customer wants to rent our product for a short period of time, the product will be ready for use again after handing it in, since we won't store any data on our hardware. And this saves production. You can also use our product in order to see whether a room is empty or not, and to turn off the lights of the empty rooms, to save energy. Our product has multiple uses that show the added value of our product. For instance, as a security tool to see whether people are entering rooms at closed hours. Or as said earlier in this video, to see when a room is empty to automatically turn the lights off or to send someone to clean it. But its main purpose remains having a heat map of an occupied or non-occupied building. Other value propositions are that our product is small and easily installed and deinstalled. We provide excellent customer service and provide our clients with an easy-to-use application. Now we will go more in depth to the specific aspects of our solution, where we start off with the hardware, followed by the database, and then the client application.
To demonstrate, we made a small model version of a building where NG++ could be used. You see a building plan with 2 rooms. The NG++ light sensors are placed in these rooms along with a microcontroller called a microbit. These are then connected to the database and NG++ application. What you see here are 2 small light sensors placed right at the entrance. 2 lasers constantly shine on the sensors. If anyone passes by, the light from the lasers gets blocked, and the sensors will notice the change in light level. From the order in which the sensors notice the change, the microbit can determine whether the person walking by is entering or leaving the room. The reason why we use lasers is simple. Not only because it is small and light in weight, but also because it won't take records of any personal data. Therefore, identities will be anonymous.
Next up are our databases. We have 2. The first database lives on our servers and is meant for storing our client information, such as their organization and contacts which they provide. This database consists of 1 class called customer. In this table we save all the information and wishes of our customers. The second database is product-based. Every activity our devices detect will be registered in this database. Database 2 is made up of multiple classes, as you can see here in the diagram. We have people per 15 minutes, room, entry, floor, building, admin, and user as classes. In this diagram you can see which data we store in every class. For example, the class building, we save data about the number of floors, number of rooms, and the location code. Passwords of the users and administrators are encrypted using the AES-256 before they are stored in the database. This prevents anyone from looking up the passwords in plain text in the database. This database exists only on the server of the client and is used in our client application.
When you open the application, the first thing you'll see is the login screen. This authentication step is important as it ensures not only that only those who have been allowed access to the data can view it, but also that only the administrator account will be able to make changes to user authentication. After logging in, you will see the dashboard, a useful screen of the application. Here you will see a list of rooms in the building, the number of people in each room, and a bar showing how crowded the room is, compared to the set maximum number of people for that room. When the number of people exceeds the maximum, you will receive a notification, enabling you to take further action. Below that is a list of all floors, again with numbers of people per floor and a bar that shows how crowded the floor is. Furthermore, you will find a window showing the total amount of people in the building and a heat map which shows the blueprint for each floor. The colors correspond with the amount of people in each room. By clicking on a floor, it is possible to see the heat map of that floor. At the top of the screen, there are navigational buttons used to go to the different screens of the application. By clicking Settings, you will see the settings screen in which you can view your user information, change your password, change the colors of the application, and update the data in the application manually from the database, although this also happens in the background. In the Contact screen, you will find some frequently asked questions along with the contact information of Entry++, in case you have any questions about our product. When you log in with an administrator account, you are presented a different dashboard than when you log in with a user account. Here you are allowed user authentication options like creating new users, creating new groups, editing users' login data and contact information, and assigning groups to users. You can of course also add new administrators and edit the current administrator password. We have now shown you how all the individual parts of the product work. Now we will demonstrate how they all work together. When a person walks through a door, the microbit will register the direction in which the person is walking. It then sends a 0 or a 1 to the database, a 0 if the person is leaving the room, and a 1 if the person is entering. In the database, the number of people in the associated room will be increased or decreased by 1. After this, the application is updated, and the new amount will be shown on the dashboard.
Let's look back at what we have shown you so far. We have created a product which creates a heat map to read the flow of people within the building and the number of people per floor or room. The hardware consists of light sensors, lasers, and a microbit. We have two databases in which information is stored. We developed a client application that is accessible via your computer or laptop. With this application, clients can easily view the gathered data. We believe that Entry++ can contribute to the good health and well-being sustainable development goal. Among its other uses, our product can help to make our society more COVID-19 resistant. We hope to have convinced you to choose our product for your project. Thank you for watching our video.